sure-handed tight end, as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Again, Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux. With a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. Herbert on 1st down now. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alex Highsmith charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On fourth down, Herbert. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Edwards-Helaire. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more...
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Highsmith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, He did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Nice little juke. That good for 19 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Justin Herbert. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Coup for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So we come upon only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Denzel Mims, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Gano the extra point, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the touchdown reception by Denzel Mims capped it all off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Wilson's throw complete here to Waller. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Wilson will throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, try to take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave...
He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Quez Watkins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Again, Wilson. Trying to improvise. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to go. Back now in Seattle, Washington. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to swell the lead to 6. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action. It's Herbert. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
So on comes the Giant offense as they'll try for 2 here. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessful.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Herbert. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do you do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Touchdown, Giants! Darren Waller from 6 yards away. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it.